Welcome, welcome. Welcome everyone to the Collegewise Virtual College Fair. We have a great lineup of institutions for you to hear from tonight. And I just have some quick housekeeping items. So thanks so much for joining us. First of all, if you have questions, go ahead and put those in the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. I would encourage you to list the name of the college that you're asking the question to in your question. That way they know who you're addressing your question to and they can respond appropriately. As a reminder, this is a webinar. That means that our panelists cannot see or hear you tonight. That's why it's so important that you use that Q&A feature. And sign up for more sessions. There are a bunch more tomorrow, so please go to strivescan.com/collegewise to sign up for any more. And this session is being recorded tonight and will be available for on-demand playback within a week at that website that you can see right above there. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our presenters. Tonight, you have the distinct opportunity first to hear from Colorado Mesa University.
Awesome. Good evening, everybody. My name is Mia, and I am the California and Nevada Admissions Counselor for Colorado Mesa University. Colorado Mesa, for those of you who may not be familiar, is based in Grand Junction, Colorado. So you're going to see a lot of really cool universities here today. And we are actually the westernmost university, so about 30 minutes across the Utah border, and you'll be in Grand Junction, Colorado. Colorado Mesa is a medium-sized university, and right now we have 11,000 students, and that is primarily undergraduate. Of those 11,000 students, you're going to make some amazing relationships, and I think that's kind of what the campus culture is conducive to, is getting to feel that sense of community, both in and outside of the classroom. Across the board, across whatever major you're in, 88% of our classes have less than 40 students in them. So again, you're getting to feel really comfortable right off the bat, getting to know your professors and your classmates, and again, getting to feel like this is your second home. Right now, we have representation from 35 different countries and 47 different states on campus, which I'm so excited to see that growth. I graduated from Colorado Mesa in 2016, so it's been exciting to see how many people are starting to find out about our campus. Right now, we have 114 majors on campus. One thing that's true about Colorado, there's no impaction. So if you want to graduate in 4 years, you're going to graduate in 4 years. And what us at Colorado Mesa are really big on is that applied learning, really making sure that you're getting your hands on and getting to build your resume, build your portfolio. So by the time you graduate, you're going to be prepared for the workforce and you're going to actually be able to get a job because we're preparing you with the actual skills you need. I'm going to highlight a couple of our main programs that I guess we're kind of known for, but keep in mind all programs are hands-on, and these are just some of the ones that I think are kind of the coolest. Top left, the girl that you see taking a picture of what appears to be dirt. She's actually one of our criminal justice students, and that is our Forensic Investigation Research Center. I'm not going to gross you out too much with it, with the details, but what we call it on campus is our body farm. And essentially, if you're a criminal justice student, forensics, biology, you're going to be able to go to the Forensic Investigation Research Center, work with real human bodies, and get that hands-on research with them. So kind of creepy for some of us, but luckily it is an hour away from campus. We also have our crime scene investigation house located right off of campus, and our local courthouse is 5 minutes away from campus. So criminal justice is the name of the game at Colorado Mesa. To the right of that, you see that picture of that dining room. That's actually the restaurant in our teaching hotel that opened up this semester, 60 rooms right in the middle of campus and 100% student ran. So if you're looking to get into hospitality management, you're going to be responsible for the day-to-day operations of the hotel. Our culinary students are responsible for running the restaurant in the hotel. And when we backtrack a little bit, our construction management students were the ones who actually built the hotel, and our graphic design students were the ones who did all the logo design and marketing materials for the hotel. Bottom left, some of our happy nurses, because we have such a great nursing program. Our nursing department is actually a hospital across the street from campus that the university purchased and renovated. So you're getting to practice in that hospital setting before even moving into your clinicals. And actually 98% of our nurses pass the NCLEX exam, which is that final exam you need to take after nursing school, on their first try. So we produce some amazing nurses. And then bottom right, a picture of one of our kinesiology students in our human performance lab. Kinesiology students, athletic training and exercise science do a ton of research and hands-on work with our actual athletes on campus. And you can see one of them with one of our cycling team members there. To touch on social life at Colorado Mesa, we're big outdoor buffs. So if you like to hike, bike, camp, raft, mountain bike, anything you want to do outside, we have it within an hour of campus. 300 days of sunshine, so tons of time to take advantage of it all. We're 40 minutes away from our nearest ski resort, Powderhorn Mountain. And there are free shuttles up for students, discounted passes, and you can take a ski class for credit to actually learn how to ski. 1,200 miles of hiking within an hour of campus, and an amazing outdoor program that helps you take advantage of these opportunities, even if you're somebody that has never gotten to do anything like this before. I grew up in Southern California, where I didn't even know how to set up a tent, and going to college actually helped me gain those skills too. We do have Division II sports on campus, club sports as well. Our cycling team is actually ranked #1 in the country right now, which is awesome. And then when we get into financials, we are a WUI school, meaning that if you fall into any of the red or blue states, mountains and plains is included in this as well, and have a 2.5 GPA, you immediately get discounted tuition at Colorado Mesa. So that takes tuition down to $12,900 a year. And you do have that residence hall and meal plan cost on top of that. You are required to live on campus for the first 2 years, but your meal plan is all you can eat. That includes gym membership and free laundry as well. So you can see total cost of attendance right there. And then we have our merit scholarships that go up to $6,000 a year, which is basically half of your tuition if you are from a WUI state. And keep in mind too, this year we are test optional, so you don't need to submit test scores to apply. Our application's at coloradomesa.edu/apply. We do require transcripts, and that is it. Once we get everything we need from you for your application, we'll have a decision to you within 2 weeks if you've been accepted or not. Keep in mind, test scores, letter of rec, and personal essay are optional. And if you choose to apply, that promo code #NewMavs will waive your $30 application fee. So it's free to apply. And I look forward to connecting with you guys. I'll be in the chat or the Q&A if you have any questions. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Mia and Colorado Mesa. Next up is CU Denver College of Arts and Media.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dave Walter. I am with the CU Denver College of Arts and Media. So happy to be here to present with you all this evening. So we're going to jump right into it here. Before we get going, while it's loading here, want to let you know that we are also a WUI school. So like Colorado Mesa, students from the Western US can come to CU Denver and pay 1.5 times our in-state tuition. So definitely a great value for it. So we are right in the heart of downtown Denver. You cannot get more downtown Denver than we are at CU Denver. We are right there, which opens up a lot of opportunities to our students. 140 degree programs throughout these 7 colleges. So I am here representing just the College of Arts and Media. So I'm going to speak specifically about our programs in this college, but you can see the other programs that are listed there. And please check out our website if you have interest in any of those great programs at CU Denver. But in the College of Arts and Media, we have about 1,300 students split between these 3 departments, a really contemporary, modern focused music and entertainment industry studies department that we'll talk more about in a minute, about 500 students there, about 250 film and television students, so really production-focused film and TV program. And then we have about 6 different visual arts programs, so about 500 students there, really heavy on digital art, so digital animation, digital design, illustration, that sort of thing. So why would you choose, if you're interested in the arts, CU Denver as opposed to all the other schools that are out there? As right off the big one, as I already mentioned, downtown Denver, we are right in the middle of it. Denver's got a great arts, music, film, cultural scene, a really cool place to come and study all of these things. Our faculty are real world people. So they come from the industry. Of course, they have the academic background as well, but we really want faculty that came straight from the industry, and our faculty do. So they can bring in guest artists into your classroom, they can connect you for internships and all of that. Value. Most of the other schools that offer programs like the ones we offer at CU Denver and the College of Arts and Media are expensive private arts schools. So as a public university, we are a much lower rate, but we have similar programs at similar quality for those programs. So we do make a really great value for arts, music, and film programs. Collaborative experiences, we really want our students working with each other across disciplines at CU Denver, and they do that. And then we are super career focused. So I mentioned the internships, but we really get students thinking about careers freshman, sophomore year, as opposed to waiting for senior year. Most of our students go straight into their career fields right after their bachelor's degree and don't go on to get a master's degree and do great with that. Some do get a master's degree and that's fine too, but many are ready to go just with a bachelor's degree. And don't let anyone tell you that there are not jobs in the arts. There are a lot of great jobs in the arts and music and film and all these areas. And we train you up and help you find out where the right places are for those jobs. So looking at our music and entertainment industry studies department, as mentioned, we're very different than all the other music programs out there, and that we are contemporary focused. So that means music business, music performance, think rock, jazz, hip hop, electronic music, a cappella pop, recording arts, audio production, and singer-songwriter. As far as I know, for most of those programs, we are the biggest programs in the Western United States that offer those programs. So a lot of great options there. We have our own recording studios, 6 recording studios, in fact, on campus. We have our own record label, a new electronic digital instrument program, so students can come and learn how to make electronic music. Like one of our alumni, Elenium, you probably know him, a big top 20 album last year. So great program there. Film and television, as mentioned, really production focused, cohort based. You're going to make a lot of films going through this program. Junior year, the class works together to make a web series, and that's been winning a lot of awards recently. All of our faculty are professional filmmakers, so a great program to come and study film and television. And then in visual arts, we have a whole bunch of programs here, but I just mentioned really heavy on the digital side. So great digital design program, illustration, 3D graphics and animation programs are all amazing. Top ranked or highly ranked by Animation Career Review. Alumni, Disney, Pixar, Industrial Light and Magic, DreamWorks, all the great places there. People really do go on and get really great jobs right out of the college with a BFA in anything with digital arts right now. So if you like art, really consider that going on the digital side of things. So where do our students find jobs? All over, the biggest names in the arts industries, but also some of the more medium-sized and smaller companies as well. Plus, some students start their own, they do startups on their own or independent contractors. That's big in the arts world as well. As mentioned, super career focused. Looking at a few alumni, Rebecca Forth at Industrial Light and Magic. Jeff Gibson led Disney's first VR films at Disney called Cycles that came out 2 years ago. He's also worked on Moana, Zootopia, Big Hero 6. Tim Kimmel, head sound editor for Game of Thrones. Isaac Slade, lead singer of The Fray. So as mentioned, a lot of great bands have come out of CU Denver, The Fray, Elenium, Wilderness is a recent one, Flowbots, all sorts of good ones there. You can see a lot of our other great alumni here as well. How to apply? Very easy. Just apply and be accepted to CU Denver, and you can start in our visual arts programs, no portfolio required, and our music non-audition track programs. If you want to do film or our audition track programs, you also have to do an audition in addition to the rest there. And that is it for me. We certainly hope that you will apply. And if you're not yet a senior, consider our summer camps. We have some great summer camps for high school students as well called the Links Arts Camps. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dave. Wow. Don't forget to put those questions in the chat. We still have some great schools for you to hear from tonight. Next up, you get to hear from Regis University.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Sydney Schuman. I'm one of the assistant directors of admissions here at Regis University. Regis is located northwest Denver, about 10 minutes from downtown Denver, but we are also, so kind of going off back on to Regis, we are the only Jesuit school in the Rocky Mountains. We are a Catholic institution. Doesn't mean you have to be Catholic to go to Regis, but we are in that Jesuit network. There are 27 Jesuit schools in the US. On the West Coast, you've probably heard of California schools like USF, Santa Clara, LMU, Gonzaga, Seattle University. We are in that same network, but we are obviously our own entity. We are the only school in the Rocky Mountains, like I said. So if you're looking to come to Denver, but also have that kind of Catholic religious aspect of your education, Regis is the best fit for you. We are a liberal arts and sciences university. So liberal arts, meaning you have to take kind of similar classes as you do in high schools, but we have a lot more options in each one of those subjects. And we are a sciences university. So we have really great lab sciences, and we're the best ranked nursing program in the state of Colorado. So if you're looking for nursing, definitely look us up. So a little bit about us, we have about 2,000 students in our undergraduate program. So around 500 students per class. The average class, 17, 18 students. All of our classes are actually capped at 30 on most classes. Some of those early level courses might have around 70, but all of our classes are really discussion based. We want our students to be able to have conversations with with their peers, with their professors and things like that. So classes are pretty small, which is really ideal for a lot of our students. Our campus size is around 99 acres, only a 5-minute walk from one part of campus to the other. Really a great kind of small campus community. We have tons of majors, which we'll get to in a second as well, but we are really strong in STEM fields, as I mentioned, healthcare and things along those lines. So looking kind of at a breakdown of our incoming class this past year, we had 64% of our students coming from Colorado. The second most popular state was California, and kind of moving on from there as well. 33% of our students are first generation. 80% of our students are living on campus, and our most recently renovated dorm room, Dismet, really beautiful, overlooks both Denver and the Rockies. It's a really great view from most of those dorm rooms. And then we are about 32% male, 68% female. So kind of what I was mentioning before, we are located in Northwest Denver, so only about 10 minutes from downtown, where you can go to the Broncos Stadium, Rockies, you can go to Lodo, you can go to a lot of really great museums, different concerts to go to, all within 10 to 15 minutes or so. And we give our students 10 bus passes a week, so you can go really downtown as much as you want. But we're also at 20 minutes start from the start of the Rockies. So if you want to go to Red Rocks, if you want to go out skiing, if you want to visit Boulder, if you want to just go kind of explore the mountains, we're really close to a lot of those great places as well. Like I said, 20 minutes to the start of the mountains. So Red Rocks Park and Amphitheater, going all the way into the mountains can be up to around 2 hours for some of those bigger resorts as well. And really about 30 minutes to 45 minutes to Denver International Airport. So very centrally located, really great location for you to get really anywhere in Colorado. As I'm sure our whole group will talk about today, Colorado is a really great place to go outdoors. Our biggest club on campus is our outdoor adventure program, so also known as OAP. This is one of the trips they did every weekend. They'll go out to the mountains, they'll go kayaking, they'll go whitewater rafting, they'll go ice climbing. They'll really do everything possible. And the nice thing is too, they do have rental programs, so you're able to rent hiking gear, rent bikes, rent camping gear, all for free, as opposed to having paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars to buy all this stuff. You can go and try it out. It's really great for students not coming from Colorado who want to try something out but not necessarily pay for it all. So really great opportunity to get out and explore, and with a lot of different varieties of how to do that. As I mentioned, we are a smaller school. We are a teaching university. So there's research universities and there's teaching universities. For us, we are a teaching university. It means that our professors are paid to be teachers. Doesn't mean they're not doing research on their own time, but it means that they are in the classroom with you. They want to make sure that you are succeeding. Your classes, like I said, are on the smaller side, more discussion-based. They really get to know you. And I think one thing that really stands out to me with being at a smaller school is your professors know you by name. They're inviting you over to have pizza after dinner with the whole class. And one of my colleagues actually who went to Regis was going to invite some of his professors that he had 10 years ago. So they really know them and they have great connections with those students. So if you're looking for that small school advantage, I think this is really a great pro to that. So going off of our disciplines, here's a list of the 57 undergraduate programs we have. The most popular major for us is nursing. obviously the best nursing program in Colorado. We have a lot of students applying with that. Second biggest is the business administration program. And the third most popular major students are applying into Regis with is undeclared. If you are someone that you're not really sure what you want to do yet, you have 2 full years to declare your major if you need to. And it really benefits our students to kind of take that time, make sure that they're figuring out what they are majoring in is the field they want to go into. So really quickly, going on the application process for us, we are test optional. We are going test optional here forward. So no matter when you're applying in the future, we will be looking at application test optional. We're on the Common App. We are free on the Common App. So just send that along to us. And we will also need your weighted GPA. When it comes to deadlines, we are enrolling decisions. So if you apply tomorrow, you'll hear back from us within 4 to 6 weeks. However, if you are looking for one of our direct entry nursing programs, that deadline is December 1st. And when it comes to financial aid, around 95 to 99% of our students receive some type of financial aid. Our merit scholarships can range anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 a year annually. And we have a 4-year degree guarantee, basically saying if you make the effort to graduate in 4 years, you will graduate in those 4 years. So if you want to come visit campus, if you want to get on our mailing list, here are 2 nice QR codes. So definitely check those out. If you want to visit, we're doing in-person and virtual visits. And of course, get on our mailing list. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Sydney and Regis University. Up next, you get to hear from the University of Colorado Boulder.
Alrighty, well, good evening, everyone. My name is Navarro Ivar. I'm an admissions counselor here at the University of Colorado Boulder. On your screen, you can see now just a beautiful picture of campus. I always love to show this off. It's kind of a cheap shot, honestly, but it's one of the most beautiful campuses in the country. As you can see, it's right there at the foothills of the Flatirons. It's a really beautiful spot, but we have so much more to offer besides our location. Obviously, though, it is a big draw for us. We are the #1 college town in the U.S., as well as we were selected as the best place to live in the U.S. as of October 14th by U.S. News and World Report. We have an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio, 8 colleges, schools, and programs, over 4,000 courses, and over 150 different fields of study, and obviously lots of clubs and organizations on campus. You'll see our tagline frequently if you interact with us. It's Be Boulder, and it's something that we kind of strive to have all of our students do here. And typically, if you guys want more information, obviously after this is a very brief overview of what we have to offer, but we'd love to sit down with you guys one-on-one. All of the admissions counselors for all the country are available the entire week. If you could just sign up for an appointment to schedule a one-on-one, and we'd be happy to help you out there. All right, so like I mentioned previously, there's lots of opportunities here. We are the number 42 public university amongst the 132 public universities in the country. And we are one of only 36, excuse me, sorry, it froze here for a second. One of only 36 public research universities in the Association of American Universities. We are on the cutting edge of a lot of different research fields. That being said, we are top-notch for aerospace engineering. We are the #1 public university to receive funding from NASA for research on anything related to aerospace engineering. So if you're interested in that, obviously that's a great way to go. We are innovative. We are one of the top 25 colleges for students who want to create change in the world. Like I mentioned previously, we are the #1 college town in America, and there's lots and lots of different ways to customize your education. We have over 110 different majors, over 50 different minors, over 40 different concurrent programs, and over 100 different certificate programs. All of those fall within these colleges and schools that you see on your screen. It would take too long for me to break down every single major and program that we offer, but I'll just give you a couple of different highlights. The College of Arts and Sciences, obviously our largest college here on campus, lots of arts and science majors, as the name implies. The College of Engineering and Applied Science is one of our more competitive colleges here on campus, as well as the Lead School of Business, one of the oldest business programs in the country. The School of Education is also very personalized. It's definitely a lot smaller than a lot of the other colleges here on campus. And we provide certification for K through 12. The College of Media, Communication, and Information actually grew out of the College of Arts and Sciences because we have such a robust program in journalism, communication, mass media, anything related of the sort. The College of Music, in contrast to our colleagues at CU Denver, we're more classically inclined. So that's always one thing that I like to point out when anyone comes to look at Colorado schools. If you're interested in music, if you're interested in production, CU Boulder is more specific into classics, whereas CU Denver is more into contemporary That's just something that I like to be open about and forthright with everyone who's attending. And lastly, if you're interested in architecture, landscape design, anything of the sort, we also do have a program in environmental design. So I'll sit on the screen for just a little bit. As you can see, there's a lot of different paths that you can take. There's a lot of different ways for you to customize your journey through CU Boulder. We do have some students who double major, the occasional student who will triple major. And something that I always like to mention to my students is that don't try so hard to overwhelm yourself in the first couple of years. Try to use that time to explore what you really want to know and see what you can focus on without overextending yourself. We also do have the program Exploratory Studies. It just popped up in the bottom there. And that's actually a perfect program for any student who has no idea what they want to do in college or who has like 20 different ideas of what they want to do in college. Essentially, you'll take courses in a lot of different disciplines, get some extra academic support. And the goal is that by the end of your freshman year, you'll have a little bit more guidance as to what you want to study. And if not, you still do have some flexibility there to decide. We do have a lot to offer here in Boulder specifically. Through the university and outside of it, whether you're a traveler, obviously we have lots of opportunities. We have over 400 different programs in 65 countries. If you're interested in giving back to your community and social justice, anything of the sort, we do also have over 300 campus organizations dedicated to volunteerism alone. Obviously, if you're an outdoor person, like every college in Colorado will mention, there's plenty of opportunities to engage in outdoor recreational activities. I'll talk about that more in just a second. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're interested more in business, like I mentioned previously, Leeds School of Business is really prestigious. They have unparalleled access to internships and job opportunities, both in and out of Boulder. If you're a researcher, if you're interested in something related to the STEM field, we are a top tier, tier 1 research institution. So we have a lot of opportunities for undergraduate students to participate in research, and I'll have a lot of funds to go with that as well. And lastly, if you're more artistic, we obviously always have a lot of opportunities here as well, not just on campus, but within the city of Boulder. You'll find that the communities really are artistic, really creative. We have lots of museums, theater venues. We're a great culinary scene here as well. So there's a little bit of everything for everyone. And if you're very outdoorsy, or even if you're not, there's everything pretty much close to campus. We're a small city, about 25 minutes away from Denver. So you do have access to a bigger city amenities as well. But just within campus, obviously, you can see Fair and Field. It's actually my favorite spot on campus. It's my Zoom background here. If you're more of a bookworm, that's fine. We have the Northern Library right there, Folsom Field for a nice football game, as well as the Boulder Creek Path in Chautauqua Park. And I think I'm running out of time here, right? Yes. Hang on 1 second. So many technical issues today. All right. I'll just end with the application checklist for you guys. This is for us specifically. We do have admissions counselors to help guide you guys from every specific state and country across the nation and the world. So if you guys have any questions for us, please feel free to send them along. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, University of Colorado Boulder. Our final presentation tonight will be from the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs.
Good evening. My name is Chris Beiswanger. I'm the Director of Admissions for UCCS. And as you have come to figure out, we're all really outdoorsy. So I'm going to skip a lot of we do a lot of stuff outdoors, but we can't help but talk about it. UCCS was founded in 1965. Our total enrollment is about 12,500 total students. We are still kind of growing and still learning so much about what the real world is demanding of students these days. And so we're constantly adding majors. You can see that little list right there. We added a social work program, both at the bachelor's and master's degree level. We added cybersecurity management. We have a few different flavors of cybersecurity. We have the cybersecurity management in our College of Business. We have cybersecurity as a computer science program. And then we have the National Cybersecurity Center on campus. So we're really connected to the world of cybersecurity. We had a digital media as a new Bachelor of Innovation degree. Bachelor of Innovation is a whole family of different types of majors which can combine different concepts between business and engineering, museum practice and business, education and business. Game design and development is a very common and popular major with BI students. It really lets us be flexible for what employers are demanding of students these days. So the BI program is very unique to us. The last one you see there is the human physiology and nutrition. It's probably the one major I'm most excited about right now because it brought to us the William J. Hybels Sports Medicine and Performance Center. This is one of the premier research, clinical, and educational facilities in the country. We have partnered with Centura Health, which is one of the major hospital chains here in Colorado, and they have staffed this facility with a clinic, with a sports medicine, performance training, rehabilitation center. And then we have put in our majors, our academics, our research. And so we have clinicians, professors, and students all coming together to do research and to really understand performance. In this facility, we have some of the most amazing labs you'll ever see. We have altitude chambers that we can dial the altitude up to 20,000 feet above sea level. We can put you in another one and bring the altitude up and play with the temperature and humidity and cold. It's just really cool stuff. All of our anatomy and physiology labs are down there for cadaver dissection. Just so many amazing things at this facility. We just did a video of it the other day, and there's a lot of stuff on our website. So I'd really encourage you to seek this out and check this amazing facility out. If you want to go into medicine, physical therapy, exercise science, athletic training, this really is an amazing opportunity for you. We are test optional for the class of 2021. You'll see right there what we're looking for a student. We do encourage you to send us your test scores if you have them, but they are not required for admission. And so you'll see all of our majors that we have there. Probably the simplest thing is just apply, get us your transcript, let us do that work. You don't need to worry about getting in or getting out. We can walk you through that and kind of tell you how things can work. So don't panic about that. That's why we're here, to answer those questions. We do offer scholarships and aid, but primarily as a Western undergraduate exchange student. If we admit you to UCCS, and as long as you're not a nursing major, you will get the WUI tuition rate. If we do admit you and you are a nursing major, then we will award the Peak Scholarship right next to that, and that's $25,000 over 4 years. That's how we kind of balance out that tuition. All students can apply for the 2 scholarships below, but you'll see that when you are admitted and you log into the UCCS scholarship application, we take what we learn about you through that application process, and we create a scholarship application for you. I think the biggest thing that I can tell you is I've been on campus for 15 years. I have watched this place grow and evolve, and there's just so many fantastic things happening with the university, with Colorado Springs. As you can see right there with our setting, we're right at the base of Pikes Peak. We've actually had students that were crazy enough and fit enough to run from campus to the top of Pikes Peak, and then they got a ride home. But we're right there. And so as you've learned, I mean, if you're not an outdoors person, you will be in about 3 to 4 weeks once you come to Colorado. It's just what we do. The city of Colorado Springs itself is about 600,000 total people. So there's a lot of opportunity for a fantastic city life, but then you literally have the mountains right there to go and have a day away in the mountains. From ski resorts, we're about 2 hours away from a handful of different spots. There literally are so many things to do, and I just like the balance that we have of a medium-sized university, a solid-sized city with, again, that mountain right there. So thank you so much for your time tonight. I'll leave the rest for any questions you all have for us, but thanks so much and good luck with your year.
Thank you, Chris, and to the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, pardon me. I would now like to invite all of our panelists to turn back on their cameras and either choose to provide a piece of advice to our seniors and their families, or maybe it's a fun campus tradition or a fun fact, or possibly you just want to share information about great places to eat when they visit your campus or community. It's totally up to you. We'll go in the same order that you presented, and that's Mia and Colorado Mesa first.
Awesome. So I think mine is kind of all in one. So in Grand Junction, Palisade, we're really known for our peaches. So every fall we have our big Palisade Peach Festival, which peach everything, peach soda, cookies, cake, you name it. But it's actually in the Noosa yogurt in the grocery store right now. So if you go out and find that yogurt, you'll have a little piece of Grand Junction with you.
Fun fact, Noosa is one of my favorites. Next, CU Denver College of Arts and Media.
All right. Our fun fact is that our mascot is the Lynx, and it was student initiated before, like, I don't know, like 7 years ago, we didn't have a mascot, and people just, we call us the Buffaloes because we're a CU, like CU Boulder. But our students are really like, we want our own identity. So they got together and they voted, and we are now the Lynx, and our Lynx's name is Milo, and it comes from, we are the Mile High City for the Mi, and we are in Lodo, right in lower downtown Denver, so that's the Lo, Milo.
Fun fact. Next up, Regis.
Yeah, so in keeping with how the weather is right now in Colorado, we had a lot of snow the last few days. So I'm going to talk, so one of our traditions at Regis is our Snow Week. It's our winter festival that happens mid-November, early December, right before finals start. They'll have nighttime snow dodgeball, they'll do the Christmas tree lighting, a bunch of other snow-themed activities, a snowball, things like that. So I think that is a fun tradition that, for me, I'm from California. I didn't have snow, so I loved food whenever it snows here. I'm so excited, which I'm probably one of the only people. So that's one of my favorite traditions.
I love it. Very fun. University of Colorado Boulder.
All right, guys. So I have a tip for you guys, regardless of what school you apply to. I always encourage everyone to apply as early as possible, even if the school does have rolling admissions. You'll find that once, especially if you're a senior right now during the pandemic and everything going on, you'll find that you'll have a lot more breathing room in the spring to kind of compare your schools, check out your finances and everything. So definitely do take your time, not only with the application for any school, but for the FAFSA and all the financial aid stuff as well. And our fun tradition that we always love to show off is that we have a live mascot that we show off at the beginning of our home games. She runs the field. She's Ralphie. She's beautiful. We love her. And it's just a really beautiful thing to experience in a collective environment.
Great tip. Great tip. And finally, Chris from University of Colorado, Colorado Springs.
Boy, I don't really know where to begin, but I will say that there's so many things you can do in the summertime in Colorado. And so a lot of students that do live out of state will stay in the state because our weather is fantastic in the summer. There's no humidity. And so there's just so many things, and many happen on Pikes Peaks. We've got the Pikes Peak Marathon, the Pikes Peak Ascent, and the International Hill Climb. And probably the best thing about Pikes Peak International Highway is they once filmed Fast and the Furious on it. And who doesn't love themselves some Vin Diesel? So
that is really fun. And I think you guys all have me sold on Colorado in general as a Midwest gal. And I would just like to bring up to those listening, I hope that you are seeing these faces of these professionals as people that are here to help you through this process. You may have known that you had school counselors, obviously your family, friends, maybe cousins, but maybe you didn't realize that you had people in each of the admissions offices that you're seriously considering there to help answer your questions. So your phones not only send texts and tweets, but they also make phone calls. And so feel free to reach out to them via email or a phone call to really get those questions answered. They love working with students, and there's no silly question. They've probably already been asked it at some point. And again, they're there to help you. So with that, thank you so much for joining us tonight. As you close out your window, there's going to be a quick 4-question survey. We hope that you'll provide us with some feedback. Sign up for some more sessions. There's a great night of listings of schools that you can listen to tomorrow night, and this recording will be available. And lastly, seniors, enjoy your year. We know it's been a crazy round, and there is lots to celebrate. So celebrate those simple milestones, whether it be your first application submission, your first acceptance, but please enjoy and have a great day. Bye, guys.